Hello and welcome to Freedom from the Night as we get off into the tales of the supernatural. Today, at this hour, it is about evil is vain. Evil is vain. Of course, we know evil is what evil does, but um, evil is vain. And as you know, the vain, being anything being a vain, as it speaks about vanity in the Bible, that it is a pit. It is a deep, dark hole, getting bigger and bigger and bigger the more you dig it. Okay, so that's what vain is. Vanity. It's just voided. It's a voided hole in the deep. Okay. And it's a dark hole in the deep. And it's as you see it, I'm gonna tell you this. If you see a dark hole, that dark hole possesses you. Yeah. It will come to you and cover you, making you dark. Okay. Because you're investing in that. Anything you invest in, you become or is yours. Okay. So do know that if you're dreaming, if you're having a dream that you see a deep, dark hole, that dark hole will soon possess you, take over your body, and make you do things that is from it, which is hellish things. Okay. So do be careful in what it is that you're doing in real life, or should I say in waking life. Make sure that you are not misbehaving, because that's what that's due to. Misbehaving, doing things against God. And you could be just doing normal stuff that you've learned from other people and learned growing up. Okay. And you think it's okay because you've been used to doing it. But if you see that it's the Father warning you and letting you know it's time to stop whatever it is that you're behaving in. You have bad habits, it's time to stop it. Okay? This is to be taken serious because it's very serious. Okay? All right. So that's the topic today. Evil is vain. And a lot of us don't even know we're doing evil. But when you see that, you know you're doing evil and it's something in your life that needs to change. It needs to stop. It's something that you can't keep doing. You can't keep digging a deep dish for yourself to fall off into. And so if you're having a dream about falling, that's vain. That's vanity. Okay? That's voided, because you're going into a voided hole when you're falling. If you see yourself falling, or even if you I remember when I was in a classroom when I was a young girl, and I had my head on the desk, and I remember this like it just happening today when I just talked about this subject. I got my cards. So I just could remember how when I was in a classroom and I was asleep in the classroom and everybody was around me doing stuff, the little kids. I was in middle school when this happened. um Not to say that other stuff didn't happen, but this time I was in middle school. This is what popped in my vision as I was talking about evil is vain. um so I had been used to just fighting all my life. Okay. I've been used to fighting, and then I figured out different ways to do it where I don't do it around people. I take people out in the alleyway and I will fight them by myself. And whatever they told other people's is what they told other people, but that's on them. Um, but I fought them, and then I would feel bad about it after a while. Like I'm fighting them. Then once they on the floor, then I'm trying to and they can't really get up, and I'm picking them up off of the floor in the back alleyway where I live at. And I'm like, man, I started not feeling right about it. And this was in middle school. And so I would pick them up, being nice to them, and see being like that to them caused them to go back and was able to tell a lie that they beat me up. But I was noticing a change in myself because I would have responded, but I didn't respond. So I was calm with it, and I just let them say what they were saying, whatever you want to say. Okay. Whatever make you feel good. Okay. And I noticed how I was becoming more and more peaceful of changing. And I was noticing this change from being evil, because at this time, I was spending more and more time by myself in the house in which I was living in. It was no people around me. I was able to focus and do what I need to do. At this time, I still hadn't read the Bible or anything like that, but I knew that I was changing. All this rah, rah, rah was beginning to become very, very less and less. Okay. Even though I was kind of like a humbling person anyway, I played so much, I played too much. And then I wasn't really serious. I just did things to entertain other people at that time. But when it went too far, I wasn't trying to fight. But when I had to fight, I fought. And I wasn't finna fight to lose. Okay, I was not. But I learned from that one day when I was in class, and I was finna ready to. It was this girl who, and this was middle school. It was this girl who was trying to start something with me, and my cousin, which is a guy, he went to the school with me, and they basically went back and told a lie about how the girl beat me up. But they did that because I had changed. So when I beat somebody up, I was being nice after that. So they felt the need to go and lie because I wasn't doing nothing to them. But I was, crying and stuff like that, but not in front of them. I was crying about the situation because I noticed myself changing, and I didn't feel the need to respond to them in the way that they wanted me to respond to them, but I was crying. But it's just like when I was, and it bring me back to when I was in a recent relationship, how I would cry because I felt like this person was bullying me. And to this day, they still is a bully in my life. But I was never scared of bullies. It's just that I didn't want to fight the bully. But if I had to fight the bully, then I was going to fight the bully. And I was not about to lose. Okay. And so that brought me to that when the relationship that I know was going too far, and I felt like this person was bullying me. So I was calm and everything or whatever, I'm not a talker, so I was just calm, quiet, and stuff like that. It's been several times when I allowed this bully to put his hands on me or whatever, and then I didn't do nothing. Now, any other time I would have did something, but this particular time I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna do nothing, because I did just throw something very heavy at your face. So I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm gonna let you do something. But then afterwards, I was really trying to come at him. But then I thought about it, I really am a changed individual. And this person was getting me back into that mentality of that when I was being picked on. And I know this person been bullied before too. That's why they bullying me. Because they don't do this to everybody, they just don't. But when they do it to people, they know that the person is not doing it's not going to do nothing back, especially when you say you're not. Okay. And that's how bullies do. Like when you say you're not going to do nothing back, then they think that they can just take it upon themselves and do something to you. But right now it's quiet. People listening to me. That's understandable. I understand that. Anyway, so, but I am in a spot where I can't wait to just make a move, move away, but not far away, just to a newer place, something bigger, better. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So to say this is what I'm saying, is that I remember I was on a desk. I was just on a desk, and I was laying down. And as I was laying down, I noticed that I had this dream, because I was asleep on the desk, and I had this dream that I was falling. So I did like this, and I got up and I looked around, making sure nobody saw me moving like that, and nobody saw me. Thank God nobody saw me. So that is when I began to truly change my life and just didn't want to do this anymore. Okay. And didn't know how I was going to get through it. Didn't know what I was going to do, but I wound up trying my best to do what I did. So I just began to just speak out loud and not be quiet, not be silenced. So I just start to speak out loud and say things. And that's when stuff started happening for me, and miraculous things started happening in my life. But that's what vain is. Like if you're having a dream, you're falling deep. That's vanity. You fall in vanity. You doing things it's not going to be a good ending. You know what I'm saying? What if I would have kept doing that, fighting someone? That could have ended me somewhere down the line where I wasn't supposed to be. Because that there was a real deep dream. Like it felt real. So that's when I stopped doing certain things. And I changed my whole direction of my life. Like that changed the direction of my life. Okay. To that point. So again, so I'm gonna say this real quick word and then I'm gonna end it. So evil is vain, for the Father has said and said it before in the Bible, that for the evil shall help, which I told you about that in another video, how people want to help you. No, the evil shall help in vain. Even outside people that's wanting to help you, they want to help in vain, because this is a sinful world. Okay. People cannot wait to help you in your troublesome time and in your anguish time, so that they can say that they did this for you, that they did that for you. Okay. So they're helping to be able to do vicious things to you. Okay. Which is why some of this murdering and killing is going on, because of help. And you don't even know these people. Okay. They're helping you in the way that they know how. Either they trying to date you, that's help. Either they're trying to be your friend, that's help. People think that you need them, and you don't. You need God. I mean, for real. Stop saying that you don't need somebody just because you into it with them. No, you need not for them. You need God. For real. Okay? For real. Because people are out here helping in vain and to no purpose. Okay? As it states in the Bible, it says that people, evil are helping. Evil shall help in vain and to no purpose. So therefore, the Lord is crying concerning this. All right. And evil in their strength is to sit still. Sit still. Laziness, sluggardness. Okay. Sluggard. They're not making a movement. They stand still. They don't got to do nothing. All they got to do is watch other people as they use their helping in vain do their dirty work. Okay? As they help those people, they let those other people go back and do evil's dirty work. They just sitting there still. They don't got to make no move. They don't got to say nothing. All they got to do is just sit back while the other people do the work. Even more evil work than them. Okay? So as I looked up vain, other than what I just said, vain is, it's a deep hole. And that hole can't wait to cover you. Okay? But vain, as I looked it up, is having or showing such an excessively high opinion of one's appearance, which is what covers you, one's appearance and abilities or self-worth. It's a flattery tongue, okay? And you're in love with oneself, okay? You loving everything that you do, not knowing if it's in the love of God. And you loving yourself in the world, okay? And they also call this a vain person that's all full of appearance, which is the evil vain. Vain is appearance, vain. If anybody is into appearance only, that is vanity. They living in vanity. They want to keep up with the Joneses. So if they look at somebody else doing something, they want to do it. So then they want to invite you into it. And if you don't do it, then they bullying you into doing it so that they can comply with whoever it is that they trying to do evil against. I got somebody in my life trying to do that now to me and don't think I know that they're doing it. Okay. He know who he is. Okay. But anyway, it's a narcissist. They call these people narcissists. But in the Bible, they call these eunuch sons. Okay. Eunuch sons is something that I've been talking about for years. Okay. They got a new worldly term for it called narcissistic. But these in the Bible is called eunuch sons. These are sons who are birthed from, which I told you most men they love the things of the earth. So there are some sons birthed out of their mother wombs doing bad behavior. There are some sons that are birthed from the earth doing bad behavior and operating in this stuff. And then it's some that's into worshiping the gods of this earth, of the world, and from their, or should I say from their fathers, and doing evil. Okay, still all three are the same. Okay, all the same, from the mother womb to the earth son and to the father son. Okay, still all These are the eunuch sons, those 3 eunuch sons. You'll find that in the Bible about the 3 eunuch sons. This is the same thing that they call in the world the narcissist. They got a name called the narcissist for it, but it's really called eunuch son. You'll find it in the Bible, and it'll tell you all about what they are capable of doing. So it also says that vain means that they produce, though no results. Okay, so they say things, they do things, and it's all in vanity. It's just they sit still, they just looking, waiting for you to do something. They're just giving you the words, saying the stuff, but they waiting on you to do something, because they just sitting there, sitting still in vanity. So they're producing, though no results. They're useless in behavior without God, and having no meaning or purpose of fulfillment in life. Okay, these people like this, evil, and that are evil and in vanity, they have no purpose. They have no purpose in life, no fulfillment of anything. They're not going anywhere. They just sitting there, no movement. Okay, they're just a fool. They spoke about that in the Bible, how this is called a fool. Okay, just say anything, just say anything to sound good, so another person can respond to it. Like some men always say that women like you to say whatever they want you to say, which I didn't know it was such a thing until I'm hearing men say that a lot. Like, you just want me to say whatever you want me to say, I'll say that. That's not how that goes. That's evil. When you say that in that way, that means you're evil. You sitting back waiting for me to respond to you because you said something. Just because you said something good. And I'm not. So these are just fools saying anything according to the Proverbs, right? A fool according to the Proverbs. And again, don't question these people. Don't question their vanity, or else the passive aggressive side of them will come out, because you're riding along with that. You're riding along with what they're saying, right? And as you're disagreeing, which is the same as disapproving, which is the same as reproaching them, because God said we are to reproach a thing if it's not set of boundaries. So set those boundaries. That's reproaching a thing. Okay, boundaries, again, I said this before, boundaries is reproaching something. So don't just sit back. Don't just let the things happen. Say something. You can't disagree. But with these people, they so passive aggressive that if you disagree with them, their vanity, and you don't ride with them on what their thought pattern is, that their agenda, the thought patterns and their decisions that they're making, and you know that they're not good decisions that they're making, you questioning them is only making them aggressive. Okay, it's only making them be like in a passive aggressive type of way. They're gonna start doing things just to put you into submission. That's evil. And then on top of that, as you're reproaching them by asking a question of them in their vanity, so that you won't get in any trouble with God, if you're a God-fearing person, then on top of that, you be setting boundaries. You are in trouble for setting boundaries. Okay. Then again, these people are too proud because of appearance, and the appearance again is vanity. They are is soaking in evil. They loving it. They just sitting still, soaking in the evil, letting others do their work, dirty work, including you. Yeah, and me. And they are being too proud in what they're doing against God. So that's all I had to say. I will talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day. This is Shantae Washington, the Queen, your host at Freedom from the Night, Tales of the Supernatural. We get off into the Tales of the Supernatural. FFTN Broadcasting is the channel. Stay tuned for more. Bye for now.